So speaking of the leap, so I want to take like you already mentioned guys like Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero. So we can talk about do two things here. So I want to look at the number one picks in the NBA since 2019. So we can say who we think is the best already, which I'm pretty sure we're all gonna say Ant-Man right now if it came down to it, but let's rank them. Because I feel like, and then we can rank them
Right
based off
now
of,
and then future.
it could be based off potential as well. Because
If it's
Ant-Man's
right,
the best right now, but do you
Let's
think
not.
Ant-Man's going to
Let's
be better than Paolo? Because Paolo
let's.
looking like a little baby
All
Braun.
right. So are we saying fuck Zion? Are we saying fuck Zion?
yeah, we're saying fuck
Exactly.
Zion.
Exactly. So, but that's the thing. If Zion is the worst one, then it's just this that's crazy.
We're saying
That
fuck
just goes
Zion.
to show
Okay.
that nobody's missed.
Risha say is the worst one.
I can't even say that. Can't say that yet.
He's the worst. He might be, or he might be better than Zion. I'm like,
Because
Zion
he's
went
been
5 for 20
healthy.
tonight.
What does Zion do
Yes.
to you?
Zion's one of the nicest players in the world, but it's just the injury shit is too crazy to overlook.
He doesn't, and his work ethic is questionable. He
Like for
doesn't
you
have,
to
and
be
he
in the
doesn't have,
league,
he hasn't taken a skill leap at all. Like he hasn't taken no skill leap. His
he
game is
doesn't
still
have the
pretty
time to
good.
fucking train. He's always hurt. He's rehabbing. You
Yeah,
can't train
so
when you hurt.
I've kind of given up on him being like a superstar type player. Like he's a
He's
good player,
mm,
but I just don't see him being that like that guy. You know what I mean?
how
I just
long did it take Russell Westbrook to get a skill lead, bruh?
Hey, bro,
never
come
got
on.
one, but Russell Westbrook
He
had
never
that
had
dog in
injuries.
him.
He never had injuries.
Russell
Not like the
Westbrook
first 10
and
years.
Russell Westbrook could hit a jump shot in the beginning of his career. He
He
could
had
hit
one of
that
the
pull
best
up. He
pull-up
could hit that mid
mid-range.
range pull up where he jumped 30 feet in the air, and you knew that shit was going in. That
Zion's a
head pull
four.
up was cash.
Zion's a
Cash.
four. Zion's
So
a
let's
four.
look at it. So obviously we're gonna start at Zion's year because fucking DeAndre and Markel Fultz and Ben Simmons are before. So Zion, Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, Palau, Wembanyama. Oh, I almost forgot about Wemby. Hold on, bro. And then Zachary Richey. So I really don't see any misses here in 6 years. Number one pick is hit every year for 6 years. And I could and this year still to be told, but I really think Ricochet's a hit. And hopefully DeAndre Hunter's out
So let's
for
put this on the record. He said it's going to be Risha Shea's team soon and not Trey Young's team.
it's gonna be Ricochet team in about 3 years. Absolutely. 100%. It's got it's a better chance of it being him and Jalen Johnson than him and Trey Young or Trey Young and Jalen Johnson in a few years. 100%.
That's true because Trae Young was almost out of there this year, last year.
100%.
I mean, if the only way that happens, yeah, is if Trey Young gets traded. But if Trey Young's on that team, it's Trey Young's team.
Of course, it's Trey Young's team right now, bro, but he's a rookie.
I'm saying like even like down the line, like in a couple years, I don't see him like being a better offensive player than Trey Young ever is right now.
I see him being a better player because he's bigger. His shot's going to be good. He could get to anywhere he wants on the court. He's a point guard. He's a 6'8" point guard. Don't need two
Maybe
point guards.
I don't know
Don't
if
need.
he's
I don't need a
gonna.
6'8" point guard and then a 5'10" point guard on my team. Don't need it.
I don't know if he's a point guard. I gotta see. I gotta.
Ricochet is a point guard, bro. He's a
Is he
point guard.
starting?
He's starting right now
He's
because
starting right
DeAndre
now
Hunter's
because
hurt.
DeAndre
Hun-
Hunter was hurt, and then
Yeah,
Dyson Daniels got hurt too. He only averaging 1 assist this year.
he go. He put the shit in the hole. Pause. So okay, so we can kind of exclude him just because he's just getting started.
Yeah, yeah. Let's scoot him
Exclude him. So Zion to Wemby. So who's the best?
right now. See, y'all probably gonna say Ant, but
Don't say Wemby. Don't sit
That
here and
nigga,
say Wemby.
no, 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 no,
that
no, no,
nigga
no, no.
Palau was like,
I
ooh,
would.
that nigga. Ooh.
I kind of want to say, like, if I had to choose, if I had to rank for potential, like going off who I'd rather have for the next 10 years, it would obviously be Wemby one.
Shit, I don't even know. That nigga Palau looked like he want to
Bro.
put some
I
everybody in
mean,
the
you
rim.
can,
Catch it forgetting we was
yeah, but
calling.
I can't, like, it's just
And that
Wemby.
nigga Cade is nice. Cade looking if he get if he ever shoot 40% from three, it's ugly.
This,
Yeah. I
this
mean,
is
right
crazy.
now, I think you can make a real argument for Paolo versus Ant. Like, I think you can make a legitimate argument that Paulo is better. I think Ant has like the aesthetic and he gets a lot of the publicity because he went on the playoff run and like he does the flashy shit and he
And niggas be
talks
saying,
shit and
"Oh, he's the
everybody
next Jordan." No.
Everybody loves him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He has great PR. So like, but I think like basketball player for basketball player, well, there's a lot of things that Paulo does better than Anthony Edwards on the basketball court.
It's we
Rebounds the
just
ball
gotta
better.
we gotta see.
He's a
I
better
know
playmaker. He's a
that's
better
crazy. That was
playmaker than
crazy,
Anthony
Keat.
Edwards already.
I don't think I'm not gonna say
He's
that.
6'8"
He's
and
not
he's
a
six
better.
eight.
Who's six
Huh?
eight?
Paulo. Or you know, he's
He's
6'10".
6'10. He's
Yeah, no,
6'10.
he's
Yeah.
6'10", and he's a better playmaker than
He's not a
Anthony
better
Edwards as a
playmaker than
guard. Anthony
Ant.
Edwards is
He's
a
not a
6'4".
better
No,
playmaker than Ant.
this is
Ant
bad
could
discourse.
average
This
if
is
Ant
bad
wanted to,
discourse.
Ant could average 10 assists a game. Guarantee it if he wanted to.
No, he couldn't.
This is
He
He
bad
doesn't
could.
have
discourse.
that in his. He doesn't have that in his bag.
He could average 10 assists. He attracts so much attention when he drives. He could do fucking 10 Russell Westbrook assists. Yes, he could. Or kick it out to an open shooter if he
He
wanted
doesn't do
to.
that though. He
Dude,
doesn't do
are
that
we saying right now or are we saying in 10 years? Let me know. Are we doing right now or future? Because I'll
You
just give
remember that? You remember
right
that
now. Right
year?
now.
You remember that year where there was no point guard on the Bulls and Michael Jordan averaged like 8 assists playing point guard?
So now we're comparing him to Michael Jordan again.
Ant
Well,
Man
he's
is the
big.
clear front runner. He's the
He
clear
gets
front runner here right now, bro. He's the let's not jump
I said like y'all
because
probably, but
Miles
like
averages 50
I would
points a
to
game.
me it's closer than people want to argue. I think Ant-Man is people put him in your top 10 list and shit, and to me he's not a top 10 player in the league right now.
You can't put Powell on that team and they get to the Western Conference Finals.
Palau on what?
That doesn't
The
Yeah,
happen. That doesn't happen. You can't put
no, no,
Powell.
no.
That happens. That wouldn't happen.
I think Anthony Edwards had
I think Ant's
a
better
great
than him right now.
he
Or
had a
last year.
great playoff run, but I
Last year
just
he was better than him. He was more consistent. He
I
was
feel
more
like in
consistent than
10 years he'll be
Paolo.
better than him too.
Huh?
In 10 years he'll be better than him too. And I
10
will have a
years?
ring.
I can't
And
say
we'll have
that.
a
You
we'll
can't
have a
say
ring in
that.
10 years.
You cannot say in 10
And
years he's going to be better
and
than
we'll have
him.
a ring in 10 years for sure.
You can't even say that.
All right, bro. Brother is creeping.
There's a lot of niggas he's got to beat. He's got to beat Tatum. He's got to beat Luca. He's got to beat Palau.
He almost
Got to
did. He almost did.
He almost did. But yeah, well, like I said, hopefully he has a ring in 10 years. Like I'd like to see that. But we'll see, man. I don't in 10 years from now, if we're talking the next 10 years, give me Palau
And
over Ant.
we're skipping Wemby over. We're doing Wemby. We're doing Powell over Wemby too. Like last
right
year,
now.
Wemby the
It's
greatest thing
tough.
since sliced bread.
Yeah, I think Paolo's a better player than Wemby right now.
Okay, then I'll go. Okay, I'll
Right now, Paolo's a better player because Wemby bullshit. He bullshitting.
you do be bushing.
Yeah,
So I'll
Paulo
give
is better
Powell
than Wemby right now.
3 Wemby.
So one Ant, two Palau, all time. But we gotta talk full potential.
3, I'll give you.
Mm.
You have to put Wemby 3 because if the way you guys are
You
talking
gotta
about
put if we're talking about the potential, you gotta put Wemby one. If you're
Yeah.
talking about potential. Because
but
you
the way
see
you
what
guys are
that
talking
niggas
about
did with
Zion,
France. Like if you put Ant on France's team, are they making it to the fucking finals?
No.
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 If you put Palau on France's team, are they making it to the finals? I mean, but they'd be playing like totally different. They'd be playing like fucking hero ball like Wemby was. But it's you can't say that. So if you're going potential, you gotta put Wemby one because if he just locks in and just like I'm only shooting if I have to, like he honestly, if we're being honest, bro, he shouldn't be shooting more than 3 jump shots a game. He falls in love with shooting, and that's kind of like anytime. It's like Anthony Davis. Anytime Victor Wembanyama shoots a jump shot, the fucking defense is like, thank God, this big nigga out there shooting. Because if he just gets inside the lane and just goes up, he's either gonna get his rebound or you got to foul him.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wemby one, I got Wemby one, Palau two, Ant three,
Word.
4, Cade, 5 Zion.
Yeah.
God, this is sick word.
That's sick work.
Why do you have Ant so far ahead of Paulo?
And where do
Dude,
you have fucking Zion? Because you said sick
oh,
work after I had
because no, because look, okay, the one thing with Ant, bro, like Ant's, we've seen Ant do it. Like Ant is cold. The dude could go head to head with anybody in this league, straight up. I have
except
no
for
doubt.
Luca. Got his lunch money took.
He could go head to head with anybody in this league. I'm not taking that from Ant. How? He's nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's still early. Like he had it's still early for Powell, bro. For for
Paolo.
to jump
I
to
mean
jump in front of Ant,
Ant's in his fifth season now.
yeah, but
Paulo's in his third.
right.
So I mean, yeah, you could say it's a little bit early, but like they're on the same trajectory, bro. Like Ant in his
100%. That's
third
what I'm saying.
season, and in his third season made the playoffs, lost in the first round. That's exactly what Paulo did. So and then Ant in his fourth season, and in his was it his second season? Yes. Yeah,
I think
second
he made it in
season
his
they made the
third.
playoffs. They made the playoffs. They lost in the first round to Denver. Then his third season they made the playoffs. They lost to Memphis in the first round. Um, so like they're on
If
the same trajectory.
you see him,
And
if you see him,
I just like I
oh, what
like
you
what I
call
see.
funny.
I like what I see more from an intangible standpoint from Paulo, like in terms of his IQ and playmaking. I think he's more advanced than Ant was at not only right now, like better than Ant right now as a playmaker, but when you compare them as second or third year players respectively, like there's a sizable gap between them. And you couple that with the fact that Paulo's 6'10", 250. Um,
And
I don't
He's
know,
more
that just
dominant.
intrigues
He's
me.
more unstoppable. Paolo's
and
more unstoppable.
it's
You
still
can't
it's still
stop
gonna
him.
get better though. You think about that.
Yeah, they both can get better, but
Paolo's ceiling is
no,
higher.
I think Paulo does have a slightly a higher ceiling because of the fact that is a 6'10", 250 matchup nightmare.
And looks
Um,
comfortable handling the ball.
Comfortable handling the ball, and he's shown to be a better passer already too. When you couple all that in with the fact that
He's not a better passer than Ant. I ain't gonna get that to you.
he is
He's not. He's not.
he
He
is
can make
there's
those
like
over the head where you look around. He's real good at that, at the playmaking where you do that shit. But
he averaged 5.4 assists last year and averaged same amount 5.4,
it's a
but
different offense. And that's what that nigga ball hogging. He ball hogging averaging 5 assists.
Ant doesn't ball hog.
No, that's what I'm saying. Ant ball hogging averaging 5 assists. That's crazy.
And this year he's up to 6 assists. Ant's only at only, but it's only been a few games. Ant's only at 3.5 assists per game, and that's with 3.5 assists to 4 turnovers per game. So he has
That's
a
because he
negative.
don't got Cat out there to bail him out on some of them threes.
And Paulo's at a six assists to 1.8 turnover ratio. That's so I like just when I watch them, like I see more advanced like ability to read the defense and make better reads like as a decision maker from Paulo. That's just me like from what I see. Um, that's like the step that I think Ann needs to grow in and like overall decision making. Like, and I think that will obviously be something that he gets better at because he's young. Like, he's not a finished product by any means, but
Yeah.
I just think people are like a little too quick to anoint him, like off of Western Conference Finals run. Like, that was a great season. Don't get me wrong, but like people are putting him in top 10 lists and shit, and I think it's a little too soon for that. I think he's close to top 10, but I don't think he's better than some of the guys that he gets ranked above. Like people put him above Anthony Davis, people put him above Kevin Durant, people put him above Steph Curry, people put him above Jason Tatum. I don't think he's better than any of those guys yet.
He did send fucking KD home.
He did, but
Swept
it's a
him.
team. It's a team game.
Okay.
Team
All right.
game. Team game.
But yeah.
We're going Cade over Zion like 100%.
You said what?
Yeah,
Kate over
yeah,
Zion? Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
I'm off Zion.
Yeah, me too. He's got to lose 50 pounds before I even look his way. Pause. Before I even look at him as oh, he wants to do this, but he needs to drop 50 pounds like in a month. He's too fucking fat. He's too injury prone. Like he's getting porn stars pregnant.
No
Like
skill too.
you
No
can't be.
skill.
No, he's very skilled, but it's all natural. There's, like you said, he hasn't added anything to his game since he's been in the league. He has that Shamu game where he can get into the lane, fucking spin, and then you just want to get out the way of his elbows when he goes up. So that's always gonna, but he's already lost a little bit of athleticism. He's not jumping up, dunking shit as frequent as he
Hmm.
was. Like the hops, he's probably lost a few inches off the vertical. He's so big and so naturally skilled that I don't even think he needs the 40-inch vert to be effective. He could score without fucking jumping just because he's so big bodied. But it just, like I said, he's getting porn stars pregnant. He's getting hurt. You can't do both. So it's his
He's
priorities are off. He
still can't
doesn't
make a
care.
jump shot. Like shit, at least Giannis can make a mid-range jump shot now.
Yeah, Zion, his broke ass
Zion can't
shot.
even make a fucking 12-footer, bro.
He
Say
doesn't
what?
need to though. He doesn't need to. It'd be nice for
I disagree with that. You got to be able to make a mid-range jump shot.
not if you're Zion.
At
He's
his,
so unstoppable.
he's not like a Zubac or some shit, bro. He's not
You can't stop.
a
He's so good.
slow-footed center.
He's so unstoppable around the rim. Like there's no need for me to do anything but this. And he can play make, and he's a fucking great passer. I'd honestly say he might be a better passer than Paolo. So it he doesn't really need a jump shot. I don't look at his game like he's really good at what he does, but his issue is not his game at all. It's his ability to stay on the court and stay locked in to fucking being the best NBA player he can be year round.